Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Super Saiyan, or the transforming Super Saiyan Vegeta, and his Extreme Z Awakening and Extreme Z battle that has come to Dbz Dokkan battle. Now this Extreme Z battle, Vegeta is weak to strength and sworn enemies categories. Pretty straightforward. A pretty nice category actually, with some decent free-to-play options as well. So overall, not too bad a team building exercise. Now Vegeta's Extreme Z Awakening looks interesting. I think Vegeta was a pretty good unit when he came out. He was quite well liked. Obviously transforming units were kind of very big back then. There was the aspect of his overall performance being pretty good. I think overall he is pretty good with his EZA. It's just basically a flat stat boost to him, which is pretty important. And then of course he also has a lot of basically additional mechanisms. So he raises that attack and defense a bit faster. He essentially raises his defense on super a lot easier, and he has just a bit more attack and performance overall. We'll take a look at how good he is, of course, as always. But yeah, I think for me, he looks pretty good. Now, for me, in terms of team building here, pretty straightforward. We have a couple options. So on the free-to-play side, firstly, we have Prime Metal Frieza, we have Prime Metal Cell, we have the physical Frieza, and I would probably say maybe you could swing the physical second form if you want to, but you really don't have to. I would say nice picks are the physical Mecha Frieza, the strength Prime Metal Frieza, and the tech Cell. Now, talking about sworn enemies, there's a couple ways to swing this. So you can either use a sworn enemies lead in the form of the AGL Frieza, or you can use a transformation boost lead in the form of the strength Super Buu. Alternatively, of course, you can also look at using something like a Majin Buu based team with Majin power from either of the strength Super Buu, or strength Kid Buu, or you can use the physical Buuhan. You can also use an Android Cell Saga team if you want to, or even an interplanetary destruction team with the AGL Golden Frieza. There's a couple nice ways to swing this, just depending on obviously what category units you have. Ideally you want to keep it tied to strength units, which would make life a lot easier. In terms of good strength options, you have full power Frieza, you have Prime Metal Frieza, you've got Super Buu who's great, Kid Buu who's great, and you can even use this Evil Buu, he's pretty solid. You don't have to use only strength units. For example, I think using the AGL Frieza is still a very good lead for this. However, I do really like the kind of Majin power team here, especially with Super Buu and AGL Buu, who I think are both really good. So you can definitely do a Buu team. Android Cell Saga is also viable. It's just going to depend basically on what your roster looks like. So you've got a nice kind of metric kind of collection of units. As you can see, we're at stage 30 with this team, clearing all the missions with this team. So it's a fairly accessible team, and it's a fairly accessible challenge as well. I would say the only real things are probably to avoid some int characters. You don't have a great int roster anyway outside of LR Perfect Cell, so there's not too much to worry there. And then otherwise, yeah, try and prioritize anyone that crits, especially against Pure Saiyans or bonuses against Pure Saiyans. A lot of it's going to help out overall. But yeah, that is basically it when it comes to team building here. Honestly, not too much really in the way of super massive team building. Very nice, very quick, and a very straightforward process. Now, in terms of Vegeta himself, as mentioned before, very strong unit, very solid unit. His EZA is essentially just a huge stat increase to him. So whereas before he kind of had max defensive stats of 200, 300k, roughly around there, his defensive stats are going to go way up. Mainly, obviously, the huge or the additional defense from the EZA itself, and then of course he's got extra percentages, so extra attack and defense in his passive, extra defense on super, greatly raising defense comparative to what it was before, which was raising defense, and just in general looks like he's going to get there a lot faster. Whether that's going to be enough, we'll have to see. But for now, he looks pretty good, and I'm excited to see his easy air. Now, I am fortunate enough to have him rainbowed. I am just short of having him max link leveled as well, so I might work on that secretly. But yeah, basically super straightforward, really nice stuff. And if you need any more help or with your team build or anything, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, that's basically gonna be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And of course, we'll take a look at Vegeta, review him, see how good he does and all the hard content. There's also a sub easy A for the Int Vegeta, so don't forget that as well. And yeah, that's it from me. See you guys next time. Bye.